Hi students, how are you? This is your biology teacher. I hope you are following well of our previous videos. Let us discuss about from the previous videos onwards. In earlier class we have learned about plant cell and animal cell. What are the parts of plant cell and animal cell? In earlier class we have discussed about three major parts of the plant cell and animal cell. What are them? Outerly, the plant cell has one membrane is there, that is cell wall. Beneath of that cell wall contain another membrane is there, that is plasma membrane. It is also known as cell membrane. And internally one prominent organelle is there, that is known as nucleus. How can you find out that nucleus? We can find out that nucleus with light microscope. Do not need electron microscope. And the third important part is in plant cell, cytoplasm. So the plant cell has majorly four parts. The outermost membrane is cell wall. Beneath of the cell wall contain plasma membrane, and in middle of the cell contain nucleus. In between the nucleus and plasma membrane, one prominent material is there. The entire nucleus, around the nucleus, that material is known as cytoplasm. So the plant cell contain four kinds of parts, and as well as in animal cell contain only three parts. Do you know what are the three parts present in animal cell? The animal cell consists of outerly plasma membrane. There is no cell wall. The cell wall is present only on plant cell. In animal cell, the outermost covering is cell membrane. It is also known as plasma membrane. And middle point of the cell contain a prominent stained body, nucleus. In between nucleus and plasma membrane contain cytoplasm is there. So let us discuss about the functions of cell wall. Where is the cell wall now? The cell wall is present in plant cell. It is the outer covering body of a cell. When we have observed that cell wall, total it contain cellulose. What is there? Cellulose. Cellulose is a starch or carbohydrate product. Totally. So we know very well about the plasma cell wall, where it is lies. Outerly, when we have observed the plant, the outer portion is known as cell wall only, which is hardly there. It contains only cellulose. So it is also known as carbohydrates or starch. It is providing mechanical strength to the plant, because additionally along with cellulose, lignin is there. Lignin, it is secreted from internal organ and deposited on the outermost membrane cell wall. So that's why this cell wall giving mechanical and physical strength to the plant without wilting, without drop from the erection. So another important function of the cell wall, it is protecting from external environment. Because of internally whatever the organelles present, all those are very delicate organs, very soft organs, but this is only very rigid, very hard material, and also this one exposed to environment. While exposing this cell wall along with environment, when the environment may contain high temperature or low temperature, or some kind of bacteria, virus, and another germs which are cause the damage to the cell, they should try to enter into the cell. So this plasma membrane, whenever this cell wall, whenever very hardly rigidly there, it should prevent from entry of unwanted material and foreign germs. And also the cell wall contain some pores are there. They are known as pits. This membrane is also permeable membrane. Do you know about permeable membrane? The membrane which is allows some kind of material into the body or exit some material outside of the body. That is called permeable membrane or semi-permeable membrane or selectively permeable membrane. So it is one kind of selectively permeable or semi or permeable membrane. Along with this pore, what is the name of this pore? Pits. The pits are enclosed all over the cell wall, which are arised from the internal part. While secreting some kind of material from the internal part, that should be sent out along with these pits. So this is another kind of function of cell wall. Beneath of the cell wall contain another important, very delicate, soft, flexible membrane is there. That membrane is known as plasma membrane. Where is the plasma membrane in plant cell? The plasma membrane is present beneath of the animal cell wall. So this plasma membrane is made up of proteins and lipids. While observing cell wall that contain only cellulose and lignin, but here the plasma membrane, which is very delicate, soft, flexible, semi-permeable or permeable or selectively permeable membrane, is made up of proteins and lipids. The entire membrane, wherever it is enclosed all over the cell, is made up of only protein and lipids. So it is also playing major role to do all kind of activities in plant cell and as well as animal cell. It is very delicate membrane. It is a selectively permeable membrane. So we have to learn about the selectively permeable membrane. Each and every plant cell and animal cell should absorb some kind of material from the external environment and also sent out from internal environment. To send out from internal environment and to allow into the body from the external environment, this plasma membrane should give permission. That's why it is known as permeable membrane. Whenever the membrane allowed to pass across that membrane, maybe outer or inner, that should known as selectively permeable membrane or permeable membrane. But what is meant by selectively? When the outside of the body high temperature is there and foreign germs are there, but carbon dioxide and oxygen is also there, only this plasma membrane should allow into the body whatever they needed, and remaining unwanted material should be blocked outside of the cell wall and as well as plasma membrane. That's why we can say that cell membrane or plasma membrane is also known as selectively permeable membrane. Example for that, diffusion and osmosis. I thought you had learned about diffusion and osmosis in earlier class. What is meant by diffusion and osmosis in simple term? The movement of molecules from high concentration to low concentration, from liquid to gaseous state. In diffusion we can apply gaseous state, in osmosis we can apply liquid state. So by these two processes, whatever the cell needed, all those should cross along with this plasma membrane only. Because of because this is also contain number of pores are there. This pore should allow required material from outside to inner to outside. Oxygen, carbon dioxide should pass along with this, and unwanted material like that wax, etc., glue, etc., and waste material should be passed along with this membrane to the outside of the plasma membrane or cell wall. It is giving protection from external environment to all internal organs or cytoplasm or nucleus and whatever the different kind of diffused structures present inside the cell. All those should be protected along with the plasma membrane is also. However, the cell wall protecting and as well as this plasma membrane is also should protect all internal organs from external environment. And another important it is lies, the plasma membrane lies in between the nucleus, in between the nucleus only, in between the nucleus and the cell wall in plant cell. And the important second one or third one, cytoplasm. Where is the cytoplasm? The cytoplasm lies in between the nucleus and the inner membrane of the plasma membrane. Where is the cytoplasm? In between, the cytoplasm lies in between the nucleus and the inner membrane of plasma membrane. Don't forget that. So the cytoplasm is a diffused material all over the body except nucleus. That's why I told you, without having the nucleus, remaining all material, whatever may be present, different kind of components within the cell, all those are included in cytoplasm. That is the second important organella in a cell. In plant cell, another additionally cell wall is there. That's why this is the third one. And what is the important fourth one in plant cell? The important fourth one is nucleus. So it is a prominent organella and a stained body. We can observe this with light microscope than remaining all organellas, because all those may be contained minute in state. It is only large body than remaining all. If you want to observe remaining all diffused material or organellas, we must use electron microscope. Then only we can find out the state of each and every organella. So nucleus. Let us study about the nucleus. In plant cell, the nucleus lies not in center of the cell. It may diffuse or it may fuse, it may push towards the brim of plasma membrane, because of internally one empty space is there that should get more growth. While getting growth, that organella, what are the organellas present be around that should be pushed towards the brim of plasma membrane. That's why in plant cell the plasma membrane and remaining all can expand themselves as well as all organellas. So while increasing the size of this organella, which is known as vacuole, what is that? Is organella vacuole. While increasing the size of the vacuole, that nucleus pushed towards the plasma membrane. That's why in plant cell the nucleus is present beneath of the or brim of the plasma membrane. Let us discuss about the functions of nucleus. We read about the functions of cell wall and we read about the functions of plasma membrane, and the third one, nucleus. So nucleus is a control center of each and every cell. Control center, what is meant by control center? In earlier class we have learnt about a different kind of life processes. All those processes should be controlled along with this nucleus only, simultaneously, while carrying all kind of functions. They have to control on themselves without getting any break, without getting any disturbance among themselves. So it should make prominent role to control all kind of activities within the cell. When we have observed the nucleus, the outer surface of the nucleus enclosed with two membranes. Do you know what are the two membranes enclosed around the nucleus? Yes, you know, already you read in 7th class and 6th class about the nucleus in plant cell and in animal cell. Both cells are same kind of material is there, same kind of membranes are there. Those membranes are known as nuclear envelope. What is the outer membrane of the nucleus now? Nuclear envelope is a outer membrane. It is a two-layered membrane. Nuclear envelope is a two-layered membrane. It enclosed all over the nucleus. So the nuclear envelope, in between the nuclear envelope and inner portion of the plasma membrane, what is there? Inner portion of the plasma membrane and outer portion of the nuclear envelope contain cytoplasm is there. Few seconds back I told you The cytoplasm lies in between the nucleus and the plasma membrane. So what is the outer brim or outer membrane of the nucleus? Nucleolus. So this nucleolus are outer membrane of this, and innerly, what is that innerly? Inner portion of the nucleus occupied with some kind of material that is known as nucleolus. That is nuclear envelope. Outer membrane of the nucleus is known as nuclear envelope, and innerly what is the material filled with nucleus? That is nucleolus. Don't forget that. Once again, remember that. What is the outer membrane of the nucleus? Nuclear envelope. It is a two-layered membrane, and inner material is known as nucleolus. Okay, let us discuss about nucleolus. When we have observed the nucleolus under the electron microscope, we have to identify these parts under the electron microscope only. We can observe the stained body of the nucleus with light microscope, but internal organs such as whatever may be there in the nucleus, we have to observe under the electron microscope. While observing under the electron microscope, we can find a stained sticky substance inside the nucleus, which is meant for nucleolus. Again, that nucleolus is divided into two portions. One is chromatin portion. What is that? Is chromatin portion. One is chromatin is there. So here we have to learn about the functions of the chromatin. I think you know very well about heredity characters. Heredity. Those are characters passed from one generation to another generation through parents. They are called heredity characters. So this chromatin material contain chromosomes are there. What are their chromosomes? Chromosomes are responsible for the heredity to pass from one generation to another generation. We are similar to our parents because of only this material only, which is derived from the chromatin. It contains DNA is there. What is there? DNA is there. The chromatin material contain DNA or RNA may be there. Either anyone is there in that. And the sequence of chromosome contain segments are there. What are the segments? Do you know about the segments? The segments are known as genes. Genes, each and every chromosome should contain number of genes are there. So these genes should be give that information how that children are similar to babies. So that is simply how to say heredity characters and inheritance characters. Later we will discuss about another thing.